Good evening, everyone. Today we are going to study linear equation. So linear equation में सबसे पहले हम देखेंगे linear equation in one variable का standard form. So here is ax plus b is equals to 0, where a is the coefficient of x, b is the constant term, x is the variable. So the degree of the variable is 1, that's why it is called as linear equation. Okay. For example, 2x plus 4 is equals to 2. So x is equals to minus 1, right? Here. And now moving ahead to two variable. So in two variable, we have ax plus by plus c is equals to 0, right? So x and y are the variables. A is the coefficient of x, b is the coefficient of y, and c is the constant term. Okay. For example, 2x plus 3y is equals to 6. Here a is equals to 2, b is equals to 3, and c is equals to how much? This is -6. अगर इसको यहाँ से कंपेयर करेंगे स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म से, so left side लेके आएंगे, so c is equals to -6. If I draw this equation, the graph of this equation, if I draw it on xy plane, how many points are required to draw any line? If x is 0, y is how much? 2. If y is 0, x is how much? 3, right? So 0, 2 is 1 point, and the second point is 3, 0. So only 2 points are required to draw any line, any straight line. So ये ध्यान रखना है कि whenever we talk about linear equation, whether one variable, two variable, or three variable, it will always be a straight line. If I draw the graph of this equation, x is equals to -1, so this is parallel to y-axis. Okay. The equation of x-axis is y is equals to 0, and the equation of y-axis is x is equals to 0. So x is equals to -1 is a line which is parallel to y-axis. Now, how many solution does exist? If I talk about two variable, one equation, how many points are there on this line? Solution means which satisfy this equation, right? If talk about how many points are there which satisfy this equation, there are infinite points on this line which satisfies this equation, right? So that is why there are infinitely many solutions. So for any straight line, there are infinitely many solution exits. Only for one equation I'm talking about. Similarly, if I talk about in one variable, on this line there are infinite points which satisfies this equation. So that is why there are infinite solutions exist. I hope this is clear to you, right? Moving ahead, if I talk about system of linear equation. Now, system of linear equation का मतलब क्या है यहाँ पे? If there are two equations, let's say ax a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equals to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to 0. If I give you two equations, two variables, so do you know the methods to solve the equation? Remember, recall class 10th, chapter 3, linear equation in two variables. There you got the methods. That is, the first one is the algebraic method, the first one is the graphical method, and the second is the algebraic method. So algebraic में कौन कौन से methods थे? First is elimination, second is substitution, correct, and third one is cross multiplication, right? So you don't need to worry about the graphical method and cross multiplication method. You just should be aware of the elimination method or substitution method. So for example, if I talk about the methods to solve this equation, that is elimination, you should know, and the second one is substitution. Okay, so in how many ways two line can touch each other, intersect or whatever it is, so कितने तरीके से दो lines touch कर सकती हैं एक दूसरे को या फिर touch नहीं कर सकती हैं. The possible cases are, these three are the possible cases. In this case, only one point is there on which two lines are intersecting. Here, there are infinitely many points are there, right? Here, no points are there. Clear? तो अगर हम यहाँ पे बात करें इसकी, so दो इक्वेशन के सॉल्यूशन का मीनिंग क्या होगा? दो इक्वेशन के सॉल्यूशन का मीनिंग होगा ऐसा पॉइंट जो दोनों इक्वेशंस को सेटिस्फाई करे, दोनों लाइंस को सेटिस्फाई करे, दोनों लाइंस में वो कॉमन पॉइंट जो कि दोनों इक्वेशंस को सेटिस्फाई करे, राइट? तो ये पॉइंट कितने हैं? एक पॉइंट है यहाँ पे, so that's why this is यूनिक सॉल्यूशन. अगर इसकी बात करें so infinitely many solutions. अगर इसकी बात करें there are no points so no solution. So अगर हम बात करते हैं यहाँ पे यूनिक सॉल्यूशन, so this is in the case of intersecting lines. Okay, this is in the case of coincident lines. Got it? And this is in the case of parallel lines. I hope this is clear, right? Now, the conditions for this here, this is a1 upon a2 is not equals to b1 upon b2. This is the condition that whether the lines are intersecting or not. Directly you can check. Coincident line means a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2 is equals to c1 upon c2. This is the condition for coincident lines. a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2 is not equals to c1 upon c2. This is a condition for parallel lines. So I hope this is clear to you, right? So these are the conditions. Further, we will look into